Hello, everyone. This is Zen. We have a special podcast today. I have the owner of Ex Crusaders with us, Koala. This guy is awesome. I've been talking with him a long time. You guys may also have seen him in the EQ Games Telegram. This show is going to be all about the Ex Crusaders. A bunch of us in the Zen Lounge Discord, we were able to pick up the Ex Crusaders NFT tokens on the XRP ledger at launch, and we've been really looking forward to seeing all the developments in the game that's about to launch. And I'm about to ask Koala some questions and learn more about what to get excited for. So, Koala, welcome to the Zen Lounge.
Hi, thanks for having us. Thanks for having me here. It's great.
Yeah, so let's get started. Ex Crusaders, these are some of the coolest NFTs that I've ever seen. These are
Thanks.
actually like, what exactly do these NFTs do? They're actually part of a video game, correct?
Yeah, correct. Yeah. So we have three NFT lines. So we have the faction NFTs. So they're the ones that you've probably been seeing a lot of. So those NFTs, they have out of game utility and in game utility as well. So these NFTs can be used in game as your profile picture. And it will have rewards being linked up through your wallet. The faction NFTs as well, they'll be all on the Equilibrium Games marketplace. And you'll be getting like rewards by holding those NFTs. The other side we have is a 3D NFT. So they're quite popular. They're like the 3D rendered. Some are animated as well. So they do have different movements. These ones here, we've got a couple of functions for them. So we're working with people like Equilibrium Games to do some crossover utility. Also in game, we're actually looking at creating like monuments and statues in game where these NFTs will be positioned. So there's a couple of different utilities around those. So yeah. And then the third is the in-game assets themselves. So the premium NFTs, they haven't been released yet. Those are actually being built from the ground up. So generally, some games you can go into the asset store and buy the assets. For us, we're building from scratch. So we're actually designing the buildings. We're designing the statues, things like this. So it's quite unique. It's pretty much our own IP as well. So yeah, definitely that will be something quite cool when we release the in-game marketplace.
Well, yeah, I'm really excited. I think these are going to be the next big trend. We see the big art and the artwork NFTs.
Mm.
These play to
Yeah.
earn NFTs are thinking to be mind blowing. Can we go into the storyline of the video game and kind of what the gameplay is going to be like for the Ex Crusaders game?
Yeah, sure. Yeah. So, um, my vision for the game's always been to have something high quality. I grew up like many other people playing, things like Age of Empires or Warcraft, things like this back in the day. And along my progression of gaming, I started playing more mobile games and seeing what I enjoyed and what I didn't enjoy. And that's where sort of Ex Crusaders was born from, was my passion for gaming and that medieval style genre. So for me, I started putting together this for probably the last 2 to 5 years. I'm and about building a game like Ex Crusaders to where I decided now's a good time. So the game itself, like I said, it's all in Unity 3D, so high quality. It's an massive open world. You've got 8 regions in the world. So the first region is open for free to play, where you can go in there, and you'll have a plot of land that'll be yours to sort of work on. And then the progression through upgrading your kingdom will allow you to explore new regions. So we wanted to make it as well where somebody couldn't just come in and buy their way to the top. You'll have to progress with the game to sort of be able to unlock new regions. So yeah, it's got to be quite exciting. The regions will have different biomes. So, you'll have everything from the desert to the forest, the jungle, snow. And then from there, you'll be able to sort of explore and set up a plot of land in there.
So when you're playing this game, is this a single player? You're able to play with friends?
So it's multiplayer. So all multiplayer. Yeah. So
Wow,
so
that's
when
gonna
you
be fun.
start the game, you'll so in Discord, a lot of people will be joining factions. So a lot of people just joined every faction we're picking up on. But when the game releases, we'll be locking that. So you'll actually be the faction you choose in game will be the faction you'll have in Discord. And so you'll be playing with your faction in game. That's you have to select one faction, and then you'll be then fighting over the game, so over the map. So there'll be different seasons, obviously, in the game with different tasks. So, for example, there might be one where you have to capture the main city, like a King of the Hill style, and then pretty much whatever faction captures that then gets rewarded for the next month for holding that. So there's got to be a lot of different aspects to this game. You also have your NPCs that you'll be able to attack that will be around the map. You'll have mining, things like this as well. So you will have a lot of different things to do in the game. But yeah, it's all multiplayer. So for example, you'll be able to trade with other people. You'll be able to lease out land to other people. So for example, if you purchase a plot of land and let's say your friend wants to live next to you, you'll be able to lease out a bit of your land to that player, so that player then can be protected in your kingdom. The other thing we really wanted to do was to bring something a little bit different where you can actually lock your kingdom. So, for example, if you're, get in early and you can get a bit of land in a main thoroughfare of the map, you can essentially lock that. Now, the only way somebody will be able to get through is if they siege your kingdom. That will then have like a cooldown timer. So there's some games now that do something similar when you want to go to war. So that will then allow you time to rally troops from your faction, and also get prepared to be sieged. So if they win the siege, then they can pass through. Your town gets pillaged. You'll get morale damage, things like this. So there's this aspect. Talking about that as well, it's got to be very important that you look after your population. So this is not just going to be you build some buildings and mine and attack people. Your population, if they get unhappy, they're going to riot. If they're happy, they're going to be prosperous, and that's going to affect what you can earn through resource mining. So.
Awesome, man. This sounds mind-blowing. I want to
Yeah.
tell the audience real quick about the factions, because you could choose all different types of factions, from
Yeah.
being a Templar, from being a
Mm-hmm.
samurai, from being a knight, a
Mm-hmm.
Viking. I'm
Yeah.
missing a bunch, a Aztec.
There's heaps.
If
There's
you want to
10.
be in the same faction as me, I'm in the Templar faction, and the way you choose your faction is you got to join the Ex Crusaders Discord. There's all types of giveaways, all types of things happening in there. Really cool community. But let me ask you another question real quick, because
Mm-hmm.
I was checked my account the other day and I got an airdrop. I think you guys airdropped. Is there some holders reward for people that are holding these tokens too?
Yeah. Yeah. So last month we did our first airdrop. For me from the beginning, I've always been about saying that we're community driven. We're always got to be asking the community what we can be doing better and what we are doing well, so we can sort of expand off that. So we had voting towards the end of last month where we changed the airdrop structure, and that was majority in favor. So it's based on what your wallet holdings are. And then it's based on a 2,000 supply pool of Ex Crusader tokens that's distributed based on your wallet holdings per month. That airdrop is random. It is done once per month. So last month, the first one was done on the 15th. We did the airdrop. This one could come any day now, really. So we sort of have it set at random. It notifies us when to do it, and that's pretty much how it works. So yeah, definitely we're all about rewarding the community. This is another big thing. A lot of people said, oh, why aren't you doing like airdrops to everybody? Because our airdrops, you have to hold one Ex Crusader token. And for us, we really want to try and keep everything we do in the community. We don't want to have people that aren't wanting to be a part of our community coming in and just taking advantage of airdrops. So we try and keep everything really nice in-house. We do a lot of giveaways in Discord. A lot of people over the last couple of days. Been having a lot of fun with that. So, and as well, we run competitions. So we do drawing competitions. We've built 2 mini games. So the mini games we built were the Ninja X and the Night Runner. And we'll continue to build mini games off this as well, where then we'll have like leaderboard challenges as well.
Yeah, I was just checking out the mini games today. Those are pretty cool. Those are pretty cool. But yeah, the Discord, I was in the blackjack challenge. That was pretty fun. Yeah,
Yeah.
that was
Well, we do everything. We had our first poker tournament last night. Like we don't endorse gambling or anything like that, but based on skill and things like this, we will be having some sort of like a leaderboard sort of tournament on that. The Ninja X, we're building off that, so we're currently looking at building another level, and we'll sort of start expanding off that game more. And pretty much we're just rolling with what the community wants. You know, like if they want to see a certain type of game, mini game, we'll build it. So pretty much we really want to make sure we keep everybody nicely engaged with the project and wanting to come back and be a part of it and play with their friends.
So just so you guys know, these tokens are rare. There's only going to be 10,000 of them. So, you know, that's kind of, there's only going to be 10,000. You guys are slowly releasing them, right? So how many are actually in circulation right now?
Yeah, so the faction NFTs, so based on the 10 factions, there's only going to be 250 per faction. So it's going to be quite rare. The 3D NFTs, we're looking at doing about 50 to start with, and then we'll keep expanding off that when we're doing collaborations with other projects as well. So we'll keep expanding off that as well. And then you have all your in-game NFTs. And that will be released. We're planning that the marketplace for in-game will be ready within 5 months. And that will have all the assets in there for in-game NFTs. But on top of that, we're building other collections. So we're doing like a deity sort of NFT collection. We're doing like a goddess collection. So we're trying to build the collections around the game, and then looking at how we can build off that. So there's even talks of looking at doing like warships and siege equipment and things like this as well. So definitely there's going to be a lot of unique NFTs we're doing, and yeah, they will be limited. So yeah.
So do we like exchange the tokens for the NFTs, or how does that process work?
Yeah, so yeah, you'll be exchanging the token for NFTs, correct? Yeah.
Okay, so one token equals one NFT, or like one, or some of them going to be worth like 2 or 3?
Yeah, some will be worth different. It depends on what it is. We're sort of once we get our in-game assets all ready, and then we'll sort of then define that at that point. So they'll probably be, I'd say maybe three months in, we'll sort of be able to sit down and go, okay, well, this is how much this type of NFT is going to be. Yeah, so definitely, but we are looking at, especially with the faction NFTs, to make it so they're available for pretty much everybody. So
nice. Well, this game sounds really awesome. I'm even more blown away that it's multiplayer and it's going to be totally on PC, correct? Not a phone.
Yeah, so Android and
Android?
on PC. Yeah, so and that's because of that play to earn function. So currently we can't do play to earn on like iOS. So it's mainly got to be Android and on web. And then if that changes, then we'll just bring it to iOS as well. Yeah.
Well, I do want to ask you some questions about Equilibrium Games. I'm a big fan of Equilibrium Games, but before we go into Equilibrium Games, is there anything else that's important for the audience to know about Ex Crusaders? And how about the roadmap? What's on the roadmap? Give us a timeline of what's going to be happening in the next few months.
Yeah. So look, in the next few months, you'll be seeing the start of the marketplace for in-game. When the production kicks in, so we release the sneak peek for in-game, mainly just to show like the quality around the game. So how it works is that every 2 weeks, I meet with our dev team. Pretty much they give me updates, like the Scrum Master gives me updates, and those updates I'll be providing straight to everybody. So pretty much every 2 weeks you'll be getting some form of updates on where we are in the wave progression of the project. But in the next 3 months you'll be seeing fair few collaborations with other projects we're working on. More NFT collections, finished collections. So at the start, we were just showing you the concept art of the NFTs. Now we're actually putting them on to production, and that's getting in readiness for when the Equilibrium Games marketplace opens up as well, and in line with our production for the game. So. But I think the big thing with us is as well is this game's not a small game. It's a big game. And it's a game that we are going to be building for years. So it's not like we just got to build it and say, here's your game. This is going to be something that we'll be releasing updates. It's going to be something where we can increase with different maps later on, more different troops, things like this. So it's going to be it's a long-term game. This is not something we're just going to build in a year and say we're done. So you definitely got to be a part of something that we're hoping that will be around for a long time to come.
I believe it. And looking at your calendar as well that you posted this morning, it looks like you have some more community plans to interview have some more interviews. Going to have a space on a Twitter space.
Yeah, so
people are going to be finding out about this. I think I was checked the price right before getting on. It was about 50 XRP for one of these Ex Crusaders, and we got this marketing calendar. I think things are going to really explode. And then we got to wait for XLS 20, right? Is that a big?
Correct. That's a big one. Yeah, that's a big one. And for us, we're trying to do things as right as we can, meaning that we don't want to rush things. Especially for me, being from an industry where I focus in startups. It's really important to try and get things right at the beginning and have the right foundations, and that's really what we're trying to do. We're trying to get the foundations right. Make sure that we have a good foundation for long-term longevity. That's really, really important to us. And having the community there, because if we don't have the community, it doesn't matter if we build the best game on the XRPL, I'll have nobody to play it. And I want to be able to play with you guys. So for us, we're really dedicated to having transparency there in the way of showing you what we're working on without sort of giving away too much. But yeah, tomorrow we've got a space room. We're doing that with another person, and then we've got a lot of collaborations coming through. There's got to be a lot there, so definitely there's got to be a lot to come.
Shifting into Equilibrium games, I've covered World of Equilibrium many times, Blight's Wrath, all these awesome projects. But what a lot of people haven't really connected the dots, I believe, with Equilibrium games is, in fact, it's like I call it like a hub. It's like a gaming hub.
Correct.
And it's giving tools for indie game developers to, have an opportunity to, do what they love and create something. So can you go into that? Like, what exactly does Equilibrium games offer to like the indie devs, and how it's a big change from like the traditional way that games are done?
Well, look, a lot of people know me in the Equilibrium Games chat. I've been there since the beginning, really. I'm a massive fan of Equilibrium Games and what they're doing, what Daniel's doing. It's something that really is going to change the way of play to earn gaming, in my opinion. I think with the hub style that he's doing, like similar to like what Koala's doing, it allows for other projects to come in and to, if there's a good match, to partner with Equilibrium Games. And he's got a lot of experience in what he does. The community's there. He'll have his marketplace that he's already mentioned, what Equilibrium Games have talked about before. And I really think that Equilibrium Games is going to be the next big thing in the gaming space for play to earn and in crypto in general. So it's a sleeping giant, as I'd like to say. And, I'm very, very, very bullish on what they're doing, and a lot of people that know me know that, I'm pretty much a straight shooter with that I think that they're really building something quite unique. And for us, being partnered with Equilibrium Games, it allows us to work closer with them. with our project and looking at how we can cross over what we're doing from our world into their world, and to create a better world on the XRPL. And that's pretty much what we're doing. So yeah, I really take my hat off to them and to all the other projects that have partnered up with Equilibrium Games. They're all great projects. All great projects.
I was really impressed with the recent updates that they're actually taking into account the people that have no experience with crypto, and they have all these solutions for people that wouldn't even know how to use an exchange or know how to use crypto. They already are thinking of ways how to onboard those people into these into this whole network, and I was really impressed with that update this morning.
Yeah. Oh, well, look, I can speak from, personal experience. I've got plenty of people I know, family, elderly people that I know wanting to look at crypto. You try and show them how to do it. And sometimes, it can be easy. Sometimes it can take weeks. So definitely what Equilibrium Games is doing is they're making it very, very easy for people from that gaming space that want to be a part of playing their games, but maybe have no experience in crypto, to come across and really do that quite easily. And I think that, that's another great benefit of Equilibrium Games, is they understand this, and they're sort of basing things around this. So definitely it's going to help expand the XRPL, the XRP, like it's got to expand that whole community, because they'll be bringing in people that aren't from that world. So yeah, definitely it's going to be quite beneficial.
Yeah, and gaming became like a huge sport. Like, it's way bigger than most people who aren't gamers. They have no idea. There's a whole arena here in Vegas for esports, and
Oh, really?
these people, I promise they would love, play to earn, just probably hasn't been a platform like, the XRP Ledger and EQ that could really take this to the mainstream. And
Yeah,
seems
definitely.
like you guys really got a plan to make that happen. I think play to earn games is going to be a huge trend, but most importantly, it's going to help, onboard an entire new class of people.
Definitely.
First thing they're doing, they're going to probably do the easy way. And then next thing you know, they're actually probably going to be interested in really learning crypto. And this is how we're going to onboard new people into these networks.
That's it. It's all about educating the people so they understand what the benefit is, and I think definitely the way that Equilibrium Games is going with that, I think it's the right way. You have to educate the masses first, because there's not a lot of that going on from when I sort of look. And that was another reason why I wanted to partner with Equilibrium Games, was because it's the same thing for me. I've been in crypto for some time now. I love to preach crypto to everybody when I meet them. That's when you believe in something and you're passionate about something. That's what you got to do. And Equilibrium Games is passionate about what they're doing, just like Ex Crusaders and the other projects partner with Equilibrium. And I think that with everybody working together to try and make this happen, essentially we are helping to grow this whole play to earn space in crypto and on the XRPL. And that's another side. A lot of people, I think they're sort of only now learning what's on the XRPL in the way of gaming. And I think definitely Equilibrium Games is sort of heading that in the way of, being on the forefront of showing people what is capable on it. So definitely it's got to be an interesting next couple of years, I reckon, for the XRPL and that play to earn space.
Every time I know a lot of big XRP holders and people in the XRP community, and they're shocked every time. I'm like, did you know that XRP Ledger also has video games? They've heard all like cross-border payments, all these awesome benefits. But then you tell them about games, and like they never even thought that that was possible on the XRP Ledger. So it's a lot of people still, don't even know about this project, and that's the benefit of us being so early. So
correct. Yeah.
still,
That's a big thing. You're early. So yeah, definitely.
yeah. Well, one thing we brought up play to earn games, a few times. So what does that look like? I read in the white paper, like killing monsters, you get paid, or you could actually own, land, and then when people basically, kill a monster in your land, you get a percentage. So is that like how the DeFi is going to work in EQ and Ex Crusaders?
Well, in EQ, I'm not 100% the right person to be asking that one to. But for Ex Crusaders, yeah, so you'll be able to mine resources, attack NPCs, and then from that you'll get different types of resources that you can then go trade in for tokens. And we'll have different types. So, for example, if you go raid another player's base, and let's say you find some sort of a rare item, there's an in-game marketplace where you could probably go sell that. But the big thing is, if it's a pillaged item, you might need to take to the black market. So we have two markets. We have like a normal market, and then we have a black market. So pretty much the black market is for where the item's more like hot, it's stolen, or you've pillaged it and something like this. So and those there will be able to be traded in for in-game tokens, things like this, winning events, leaderboard events, seasonal events, things like this. You'll be rewarded as well. So there's got to be a lot of different ways to sort of earn and be rewarded with crypto. So there's got to be a fair few different ways of doing it. Leasing land, things like this. Yeah, definitely.
And the best news is, I believe all these games are basically free to get started, right? Like basically it's free to play.
Yeah. So it's free to play. You could stay in the free to play region for the entire lifespan of you playing if you wanted to. It's really up to you. The map will open up where you'll be able to acquire land with the tokens. So but that will be based on progression. So like I said before, we really wanted to make it where you had to play the game and level up to be able to unlock the new regions.
Well, that's exciting. I'm sure people all over the world are going to be excited to hop on these games and to also have an opportunity to earn. So that's going to be awesome. But yeah. Any
We're
last
excited
thoughts?
to play as well.
It's getting late over here. Any last thoughts that you would like to share about what you're doing in the future and what to get excited for?
Well, look, firstly, I'd like to thank all the community, everybody's been really great, embracing the project and really helping get the project out there to the community. So firstly, thank you everybody for that. The next, I'd say 5 to 8 months will be where we come out with the in-game marketplace, doing pre-sales. You'll be able to play the game in about 8 months. So they're really going to be the main things around the game itself. But like I mentioned before, we will be coming out with regular updates on how we're progressing with the game. So we really want to keep everybody in the loop of what we're doing. And along the way, we'll be having all your NFT collections coming out. And once we have the Equilibrium Games Marketplace, they'll be going live on that marketplace as well. So, but definitely at the moment, we're sort of in those early phases of building. Lucky the market is where it's at the moment because it allows us more time to sort of build while things are a little bit quieter. So definitely, I believe everybody that's in at the moment is pretty early. To be honest, we're just getting started on something massive. So definitely, it's gonna be a very fun crusade.
Well, seems like 2023 is going to be a tidal wave of momentum for you guys. Lots of big things in store for the whole Equilibrium Games ecosystem and Ex Crusaders.
Yep.
Make sure you guys join the Telegram. If you like Telegram, Ex Crusader has a community on Telegram. You can find it on the website or in the description below. Also, I would suggest getting into the Discord. The Discord is, there's all these subcategories and you get all the announcements there first. Awesome community. And that's going to be how you stay up to date with all the giveaways that they're doing and all the cool things. Thank you so much for coming on the show. I look forward to, if you ever want to come back on, you're welcome.
Thanks,
maybe
man.
in the next couple months,
Definitely. Yeah.
I'm going to edit, make this really cool for you. And can't wait to get this out. I'm going to get this out in a few days. And
awesome.
Yeah, man, have an awesome day. Okay.
Yeah. Thanks, mate. Thanks a lot. I'll talk to you soon.
All right. Peace.
See you, mate. Bye.